Hi everybody, good morning. Surprise, it's actually me teaching today. Jessica was having a little bit of car trouble this morning, so I'm going to be filling in for her while she gets everything fixed and ready to go, but she is safe, she's good, so no worries. But good morning to all of you, or I guess almost afternoon on this gorgeous Friday. It's so nice outside. I have a big window right here, so coming at you from my home yoga space. And so today we're just going to do just a really nice, happy, feel-good flow because it's Friday, and even though we're all quarantined and we can't really do anything, still Friday means no work for most of us tomorrow or Sunday. And those of you who are working, we appreciate you, we thank you. I know that I would not be able to make it without all of you who are working right now, so I appreciate you. So hopefully you're all having a pretty good day so far, and we're going to go ahead and begin our little yoga class. So today, just to kind of make it feel more like the yoga studio, I decided that we'll play a little bit of music. But if you find it distracting, just kind of comment and let me know. I'm going to keep it really low. And because I'm using my phone to record, I'll just use my Amazon thing. So let's play some music, shall we? Alexa, play instrumental yoga music.
Playing instrumental yoga music on Amazon Music.
Let's see if it's something we like. Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna turn it up just a teensy bit. All right, here we go. So we're gonna go ahead and start out today, and we're gonna go ahead and begin recline. So either come onto your mat, your rug, whatever you've got going on at home. Maybe you've got a yoga space, maybe you are on a mat, maybe you're just on a rug. My cat is already meowing to get back in this room, so just bear with me. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and come onto our backs, knees bent, and just starting by taking a couple of deep breaths. So maybe with the knees bent to take pressure off the lower back, take your hands and place one hand over your abdomen, one hand over your heart space, and we'll just start to deep breathe here. And as we begin to deepen our breath, beginning to set our intention, and so maybe our intention this morning is to just simply be able to trust our intuition and our heart. And so with your hand over your abdomen, the seat of your intuition, your hand over your chest, the seat of your heart space, allow yourself to set the intention to trust yourself, to trust what you feel, what you think is best for yourself. And so making it part of your intention today to not force, not push, not pull, to understand that when you meet resistance, that sometimes it's okay to back off a little bit. And to give yourself permission to move and breathe in a way that feels good and that feels joyful. To understand that finding joy in our practice helps us find joy even in the darkest of situations. And so gently releasing your hands from your body. On the next breath, hug the knees into the chest. Maybe hold the tops of the knees or the backs of the knees, or maybe not at all, and begin to rock side to side. Good. And then from here, taking your hands underneath you with the palms down, like you're just sitting on your hands, go ahead and extend your legs straight up. And we'll just kind of warm up the feet and the ankles and the toes. And you can straighten and bend and straighten if you want to. You can kind of wiggle around some. Keep the shoulders and the chest relaxed. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, go ahead and bend the knees, place your feet back down. We'll do a couple of rolling bridges to begin. Arms down by the sides. Press into the feet, inhale, full breath in as you roll up into bridge pose. Pause, and then lift the heels, exhale, slowly roll back down. Press down, inhale, lift, working with your own breath. Lift the heels, exhale, slow roll. So following the full inhale, the full exhale, press down. Full inhale as you lift. And then lifting the heels, exhale, slow roll down. And then again, pulling the knees into the chest. This time, beginning to rock front to back, a little rocking chair. So take the hands behind the legs and start to rock front to back. Give yourself a little momentum so that you can come all the way up. Right, and so we'll go ahead and make our way forward to hands and knees. All right, so with wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, inhale to drop to cow. Exhale, round out, curling. Inhale, drop to cow. Exhale, round out. I hear my cat crying out there. Sorry, Artie. Inhale. And exhale, round out. And then come back to neutral, tuck the toes. Sit the hips to the heels. Stretch out your little piggies. Maybe rock side to side. Good. I'm going to tuck this shirt in. So sad. The only thing I plan is like my yoga outfits for these videos. Otherwise I'm in sweatpants. Breathe. And then with the exhale, press up and back to downward facing dog. Good. So relax your head and neck. Relax your shoulders. Maybe pedal out a little bit. And then with the next breath, inhale, roll forward to plank. With the exhale, we're going to come all the way down. Inhale, little teeny tiny cobra. Exhale, relax back down. Inhale, teeny tiny cobra. Good. Exhale, back down. Inhale, cobra. Elbows stay bent, glutes relaxed. Exhale, back down. Take a deep breath. And then exhale, sit the hips to the heels. Tuck the toes, push it back. Down dog. From our down dog, we're just going to inhale, lift both heels, keep pressing back. Drop both heels over to the right and then press back. So you're just going to swish your hips to the right. Inhale, center, high up on the balls of the feet. Exhale, both heels to the left. Push back. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, place those heels down. Stretch back, look forward, and step or walk your feet to your hands. Inhale as you lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold back down. We're going to bend the knees, drop the hips, roll up. Breathing in as you roll up. Shoulders down the back with the exhale. Keeping everything nice and neutral here. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale as you fold. Feel free to bend the knees as you fold. Inhale to lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Bend the knees, drop the hips, roll up. Breathing in as you roll up. Shoulders down the back. Exhale, again, inhale, reach. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, drop the hips, roll up. Shoulders on the back, exhale. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and keep the feet about the width of the hips, maybe a little wider if it feels good. So I'm going to turn this way so you can kind of see what's going on here. I like to go with my feet a little bit wider just because it feels more stable. I'm going to inhale, reach out and up. And then you can't really see, but I'm going to keep my arms in just out open so I look like a little starfish almost. Guess I should lean back. Okay. And then I'm going to breathe in, reach up and over to the right. So I'm getting a little side body stretch. And then you can stay here or you can shift more of the weight onto the right foot, pop up onto your left big toe. Stay there or flex your left foot and then really reach, challenging the balance. Inhale back to center. Exhale here. Inhale up and over to the left. Side body. Stay here or press weight into your left foot, pop up onto your right big toes. Stay here or reach, flex that foot. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, release those arms down. Walk the feet back into hips width distance. I'm going to turn. Alexa stopped working for me. I don't know why. Inhale, reach. Oops. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold, plant the hands. Step to a plank. Take a deep breath. And again, exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale to lift, roll the shoulders back, elbows in, little cobra. Exhale, bring it down. Again, inhale, little lift. Exhale, bring it down. Once again, inhale, little lift, shoulders back, elbows in. Exhale back down, full breath in here. Exhale, set the hips to the heels. This time, press it back into a child's pose and take a couple of breaths in your child's pose. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, cool. Good morning, Lori. All right, from here, we're gonna come forward to hands and knees. And from here, we're gonna do a little bit of a spinal balance. So remember, you can always take this in little steps. And so from here, take the right leg, step it back, toes under. Good. Keep both hands nice and flat, and you can stay here. Or inhale, lift that leg with the foot flexed, toes down, thinking about pulling your belly button up and in towards your spine. Good. Then from here, with the exhale, round your spine, curl in, bring your chin to your chest, or think about that. Inhale to extend. You can even lift a little if it feels good. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend to neutral or a little lift. Exhale, bring it in. On the inhale, extend to neutral. So if your leg isn't lifted, go ahead and lift. You're going to take this leg, bring it over to the left, and place your foot down. So right toes are tucked under, right? I'm going to lengthen the spine with the breath in, and with the exhale, look over my left shoulder, really dramatically, so I get a nice big stretch in the whole right side body. Inhale, bring everything to neutral. Exhale, put that knee down. Left foot steps back, toes under. Firming up, stay here, or inhale, lift that leg, foot flexed. Both hands are going to stay flat to firm. Breathe in. Exhale, rounds it out, curl in, think about tapping in. Inhale, extend to neutral or little tiny lift. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend, maybe a little lift. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale to extend, pause here. Now with your next breath, take this left leg over to the right, put it down, toes under, leg extended. Breathe in, and then with the exhale, look over the right shoulder, kind of dramatically. Breathe there. And then inhale back to center, leg to center, exhale, let that knee come down. Inhale, drop to cow. Good. Exhale, round out. And then come back to neutral, tuck the toes, push it back, down dog. From here, inhale, right leg goes up and back, foot flexed. With the exhale, step that right foot between the hands. Go ahead, wiggle your left foot back, put the left knee down. Go ahead and start out letting the hips relax forward. You can start out with your fingertips on your mat or on your rug or on blocks or whatever you've got going on there. You can bring the hands to the knee if you like. Good, and breathe. Shoulders relax down the back wherever you are. Good. Now if you have fingertips down, go ahead and maybe take those hands up onto the knee if you haven't already done that. You're going to keep your right hand on top of your right thigh. Left arm is going to reach up. As I breathe in, I'm going to reach up and over to the right. My right hand braces my right leg. I'm going to inhale back to center. Exhale, left hand goes under the shoulder. Left knee can stay down, or I can tuck the toes and straighten the left leg here for a twist. Breathing in. Exhale. Now inhale, right arm reaches up. Breathe here. Good. With the exhale, bring that hand down. Step to plank. Breathe in. With the exhale, lower your choice. Feel free to modify or skip if you like to. And breathe here. Take a big breath in through your nose. Now open the mouth, exhale. Good. Same thing, other side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, stepping the foot between the hands. Right knee gently drops. And you can kind of adjust as much as you need to relax the hips forward. Inhale to your fingertips or your blocks or whatever you've got, cans of tomatoes. And then if you'd like to stay here, or if you want to go ahead and take your hands on your knee, go for it. Letting the hips relax, but lifting the ribs away from the hips so that you're not collapsing into the lower back here. And breathing. Good. And so then from here, if your hands aren't already on your knees, go ahead and try it out. If you're kind of having trouble balancing, but you're close to a wall, you can put one hand on the wall even. So then from here, left hand is going to stay on top of the left thigh. Right arm reaches up. Breathing in, start to reach up and over to the left. I want my palm to face the left so that I can protect my shoulder. I'm really reaching, getting into the side body. Inhale back to center. This time exhale, right hand under right shoulder. The right knee can stay down, or you can go ahead and extend the leg. I'm going to extend today. Breathe in. Exhale here. Inhale, lift that left arm. Little twist. And breathing. And then with the exhale, hand comes down. Slide it back to down dog this time. Pedal out a little bit. Maybe hang out. Or inhale forward. Exhale to lower, your choice. Whew. And then again, big breath in here. Exhale, release. Good. From your down dog, stretch back, look forward, put a little bend in your knees, and you can kind of wiggle around a little bit. And I want you to try, just for fun. Try to take a little bunny hop forward. So that can be just a little bink, that's okay. Or you can really try to hop between your hands. I'm not the best at hopping, but it's fun to try. So get a little bend in your knees, wiggle your butt, that's very important. Breathe in, exhale, bink, step it forward. Kind of fun, right? Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, drop the hips, roll it up, shoulders on the back with the exhale. From here, we're going to bring our feet and legs together for chair, Utkatasana. Your choice if you want to keep your feet a little bit further out, right? A little wider. So I'm going to start here, hands at the heart, breathing in. With the exhale, bend the knees, sit back into your little chair. Good, so the tailbone is down. You don't want to pop your butt out. You want to pull it under, right? So everything's tucked in. And I'm really lifting the chest so I'm not hunched forward. Shoulders roll down the back. We're breathing. Good. And then from here, we'll take it into a little flow. So I'm going to keep my feet together, but feel free to go a little wider. If you'd like to try it, you don't have to, but if you'd like to, you can reach the arms up by the ears. Now, you don't have to lift up a little bit. I like to kind of keep everything nice and neutral here. So we're going to breathe in, press down, inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it down. Maybe each time sit deeper. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale to lift. Exhale, bring it in, sit here, breathe in. Exhale, this time fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. From our fold, we're going to place our hands back down, step back into downward facing dog. Good. Couple of breaths here. And then with the exhale, gently pop down to your hands and knees. Good, and so from here we're going to enter into three-legged dog from hands and knees, which I think sounds like it was really easy. I find it to be pretty difficult, but you know, try it out and see what you think, okay? So just like you did before, you're going to step your right leg back. Just like you did before, you're going to lift that right foot flexed, right? It doesn't have to be high. In fact, I'd keep it to about the height of the hip or even lower. From here, you're going to tuck your left toes under. Breathe in. With the exhale, think about using your right leg to propel you up and back. So it pulls you into three-legged dog. Breathe here. With the exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Drop the back heel parallel for warrior two. And then as you're ready, inhale, coming up warrior two position. Adjust if you need to. My carpet's like kind of slippery right now, or I guess it's my feet, not my carpet. So if you need to adjust a little bit, that's okay. Arms reach out, gazing forward. Breathing in. Exhaling. Good. Relax the shoulders. It may feel good to bend the elbows and turn the palms up to relax the shoulders. You might want to try that. Tailbone is down, ribs are in. I'm not leaning forward. We're breathing. And then from here, I'm going to straighten my right leg. Bring my hands to my hips. Turn my right toes to face this wall or this window, really. I'm going to breathe in, and with the exhale, I'm going to fold. As I fold, I'm going to leave hands on the hips and point the elbows to the ceiling and breathe here. Tipping the weight forward onto the balls of the feet so I feel the backs of the legs engage. Good. Then I'm gonna inhale, come up halfway. Pause here as I exhale. Use the power of my legs to inhale, come all the way up. Turn the right toes forward. Step the left foot up to meet the right? And then from here, I'm gonna come back into those little chair positions, only if you like to. And this time we're gonna add a little variety. So feet can be together or about hips width distance if you'd like. Hands at the heart, breathe in. Exhale, little chair. Good. Then from here, we're gonna reach out and up, breathing in, come up. Palms touch, exhale, bring it down. So we make little circles. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, little chair. One more, inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, little chair, palms touch, breathe here. This time with the exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale to fold, plant the hands, step to downward facing dog. From down dog, breathe in. With the exhale, pop down to hands and knees. Same thing, other side. From here, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. From here, we're gonna take the left leg, step it back, toes under. Stay there, maybe hover or maybe flex the foot and lift a little bit higher. Pressing into our three-legged dog. Tuck the right toes under, breathe in. With the exhale, let it propel you into your three-legged dog. Pause here, breathe in. Exhale, left foot is gonna step between the hands, dropping that back heel parallel. Inhale, coming up, warrior two, right? So we're coming back into our warrior two position, breathing here. Press that front knee open, pull the right ribs back, shoulders over hips, arms out. You can always bend the elbows and kind of turn the palms up if that feels better on your shoulders. Breathe here. Equal weight in both feet. Good. And then from here, again, we're going to straighten the leg. And again, I'm going to take my hands to my hips, turn my toes to face the wall. I'm actually going to turn this way, otherwise you're going to get a weird view of me. So we're going to breathe in. And with the exhale, again, I'm going to fold. Then from my fold, this time I can keep my hands on my hips. I can bring my fingertips down, or I'm going to choose to intensify a little bit today. So I'm going to take my first two fingers, peace fingers and thumb, around my big toes. As I inhale, I'll lengthen halfway, and with the exhale, I'm going to fold, bending the elbows out to the sides, rolling the shoulders away from the ears, tipping the weight forward and breathing. 3 more breaths. And then releasing the toes or the ground, hands back on the hips. Inhale, up halfway. Pause there. Exhale. Inhale all the way up. My toes are going to turn forward. I'm going to step up to the front of the mat, just like I did before. I'm going to bring feet and legs together back to our little chairs. Inhale, reach those arms out and up. Touch palms. Exhale, sit into chair. Good. So this time we're going to go the opposite way. We're going to make circles, but instead of reaching out and down, we're going to reach up and around, right? Like little synchronized swimmers. So I'm going to press down, inhale, lift up, reach around. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, reach up, little synchronized swimmer. Exhale, bring it around and in. Inhale, reach up, out, around. Exhale, bring it in. Pause here. Then this time, press down, inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Inhale to lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, this time vinyasa, step to plank. Breathe in, and with your exhale, lower, your choice. Inhaling to cobra or up dog. Exhaling to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Maybe take child's pose if you like to. Coming back to the intention of being able to find some joy in your practice. Find some happiness. Sometimes we need it to be a little bit more lighthearted, a little sillier. And then go ahead and pop down onto your hands and knees, and we'll take dolphin pose. Because really, nothing makes me feel happier than dolphin, even though it's actually, like, in my opinion, super challenging on my shoulders. I just imagine a cute little dolphin, and so what's not cute about that? So we're going to pop down onto our forearms and knees, right? And so this is how I like to explain it. I want to make sure I have little 90-degree angles here, right? My knees are still under my hips, and I want to be sure that In this position, it's easy to sink into your shoulders. You'll feel if you get tired, your face kind of gets close to the floor. Think about pressing away. So imagine that you are a dolphin, right? Cutest little dolphin. And it's your birthday and you have a cake with a candle right under your face. You don't want the candle to burn your face, so you have got to push away, engaging the muscles of the shoulders, right? So from here, I'm gonna look down at my cupcake. My hands are flat. I'm gonna tuck my toes under, and with my breath, I'm gonna press the hips up and back, just like I would for downward facing dog. Now notice, if I get tired, my face gets close to the floor, I wanna push away. Push, push, push. I can even walk my feet closer to my face if I want to, and breathe. I can even lift the right leg up, and breathe. Exhale, put it down. Inhale, left leg up, and breathe. Exhale, put it down, breathe in. With the exhale, down onto the knees, sit it back. Whew. Child's pose. Good. From child's pose, we're going to make our way back into downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, right leg goes up and back. You can stay there or bend the knee, open up, stack. Wherever you are, inhale back through center. With the exhale, step that right foot between the hands, peek. The back heel is going to drop to a little 45-degree angle for warrior one. So both feet are flat. I'm going to gently come up as I breathe in. And for warrior one, I like to remind people that, as I fall out, that it's a little bit of a shorter stance so that you can protect the lower back. So when I step into my warrior one, the position of the feet is important, but the angle of the back foot can change depending on the shape of your skeleton, right? So I'll really have to turn my back foot quite a bit so my pelvis and my hips can point forward. And then I think right hip back, left hip forward, right? They're in line so they're not off to the side. I'm breathing here. The power is in the back leg, not the front leg. So the front leg's like a little springboard, back leg super strong. And breathe. And remember, adjust. If maybe this exact positioning doesn't feel great to you, adjust. Make it feel good to you. From here, for fun, we're going to come into warrior three. So the hands are going to come to the heart. We're going to breathe in. With the exhale, I'm going to bring my chest forward. Step one, maybe I just hang out here. Maybe I start to lift the back heel. Maybe stay there. Maybe I push off the back foot, straighten the front leg, right leg. Left foot flexes so I'm not tempted to open up. Breathing here. And if I'm close to a wall, I can also use that. Breathing, I can reach the arms forward, back, out. I just use the wall. Then from our exhale, we're going to step back into warrior one. So I'm going to breathe in, lengthen. With the exhale, I'm going to bend the front knee, place my left foot back down. Inhale, reach up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down. Step back. Lower your choice if you like to, or just push to down dog. And breathe. My balance is a little wonky today. That's okay. Inhale, left leg goes up and back. Stay there, or bend the knee, open up, stack the hips. Oops. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, the footsteps between the hands. Back heel drops to a little 45-degree angle or about there. I'm going to press down. Inhale to lift up, reaching up. Left hip back, right hip forward. You can really see it here. If my back foot is way back, my hips aren't even. So I want to pull the left hip back, press that right hip forward. Tailbone is down, ribs are in, so there's no dumping in the lower back here. I'm breathing, panting, but breathing. And then from here, we're going to step into our warrior three. So remember, take in steps. If you like one step, stay there. You don't have to keep going unless it feels good to you. So from here, hands are going to come to the heart. I'm going to breathe in. Exhale, lean forward. Step one, maybe stay there. Step two, peel that right foot up, so I'm just on the toes. Stay there, or lift off the back leg. Flexing the right foot, hips stay even. Your right hip is going to want to open up because it makes it so much easier to balance. Breathe here. Change up the arms if you like to, whatever you like. Don't do it too fast, you'll fall over like I just did. Breathe there. Then with your next breath, start to bend the front knee. Place your left foot back down, or right foot back down, sorry. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring it down. step to down dog, stay there, or take the vinyasa. I'm gonna take the vinyasa to reset the spine. Whew. 3 breaths. And then when you're ready, go ahead and make your way down onto your floor, onto your mat, or wherever you are. We're gonna come to seated, and I'm gonna start by bringing the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose. You can take your hands on your shins, your knees, your legs, your feet, behind you, wherever you like. So breathing here, you can keep it gentle. If you wanna lean forward, go for it. Try to keep a flat back so you're not rounding. And you wanna remember that the reason for the flat back is not to be, super picky, but it's because when you have a flat back, a long spine, you can really take these full, deep breaths. When you round, it really constricts your ability to breathe. And then from here, I'm gonna scoot forward a little bit just for fun because it's Friday and why not? Make sure there's not anything behind you, right? And you can do this only if you want to, you don't have to, right? So when you do this at home, nobody sees it. But when I do it here, you all see it. So I do this for you guys. So you're gonna take, again, remember earlier we folded with first 2 fingers, peace fingers, and thumb. Again, you're gonna hook those around your big toes, right? If you're wearing socks or something, just hook under your feet, no big deal. I'm gonna lengthen my spine, and then if I'd like to, I can use that to help me hinge forward, not necessarily pulling, but maybe more as like an anchor here. And then I'm gonna lift back up, and I'm gonna fold my knees in like a little butterfly, right? And I can just hang out here. I can rock back onto my sits bones and balance, and I can just hang out here. And I wanna think long spine instead of turtle back. If I want to, I can straighten one leg, and then maybe the other leg. I don't have to, but again, I want a long spine. And then check this out, just for fun, if you want to, you can roll back into plow pose. If you've got maybe some back issues, maybe don't roll all the way back, maybe just roll a little bit. So imagine like Humpty Dumpty, or what I imagine Humpty Dumpty would do. I'm gonna breathe in, and then with the exhale, I'm gonna roll back, bink, and then I'm gonna roll forward, bink. I'm gonna roll back again because I stopped, and I'm gonna roll forward. And then you can come out of it. Let's try it one more time, just for fun. Roll back. Bink, roll forward, right? And so then trying to catch the balance is kind of hard, but it's kind of fun to do. Then we're gonna let our feet come back together. I'm gonna place my feet back down, and again, I can relax forward and breathe. Whew, I'm pooped already. We're breathing. And then as you're ready, gently come back up. You're gonna take your legs out in front of you for a little Paschimottanasana. So same thing that we just did, rolling back, but now we're gonna go forward. So Paschimottanasana, I actually like to prop with a blanket. If you have a blanket, you can use it. If you don't have one, no big deal. I like to fold it so it looks like a giant burrito. And then I'm gonna sit on the front edge of it. So if you're propping at home, you're using a blanket or a pillow or something, sit on the front edge and you'll feel it pull. So your buns pull back, your pelvis bink, tips forward, right? So it pulls your glutes back and your pelvis can relax forward. You'll get more length through your spine and the fold will feel more accessible. I have tighter hamstrings, so this helps my fold feel much more accessible. So I'm gonna breathe here. And for today, we're gonna do a little crawl almost. So you're gonna start with your hands on the tops of your legs. Breathe in, feet are about the width of the hips, feet are gently flexed. I'm breathing in. With the exhale, I can walk forward, keeping a flat back. And I can keep walking and keep walking and keep walking until maybe I feel resistance or maybe I feel a lot of rounding happening. I want to keep a flat back, and I want to remember that if I were to take my hands away, I wouldn't pop back up. So I'm not pulling, right? I'm just resting and breathing. You can always put a bend in your knees here if that feels better to you. And breathe. Relax the head and neck, relax the shoulders. And then as you're ready, gently roll up through the spine, releasing your fold. Come off of your support if you are on something. And we're gonna go ahead and make our way down onto our backs. So as you're ready, gently pop down onto your back. Keep your knees bent. And with your knees bent, We'll do little windshield wipers side to side. And we'll move into a couple of reclined positions, right? So from this, from the knees bent, we can take a, sorry, my brain's like, Shavasana, not yet. You can take reclined pigeon, sorry, I couldn't think of it. So from here, I'm gonna start with just my knees bent. I'm gonna take the outside of my right ankle and let it rest on top of my left thigh, like I'm just sitting in a chair, right? And we did this pose last week in chair where you had to do this figure 4, same idea, but this is reclined, much more accessible. So I'm gonna flex the right foot and kind of gently press the right knee forward, and I'm gonna breathe here. Maybe this feels good, maybe I want a little bit more. And so what you're looking for is sensation in the outside of the right hip, right? So kind of in your right glute area. I can stay here, or I can pull this position into my chest, right? If I'm doing this, I like to think about my left knee pushing, my right foot flexed, my right knee pressing forward. So again, you're gonna feel it in the outside of the right hip. If you wanna create support for yourself, you can use a strap behind your left thigh, or interlace your fingers behind your left thigh to make a little hammock for yourself. You just don't want to be doing kind of like a crunch here because it's Friday. We don't want to be doing crunches. Unless you like to do that, then go for it. I like to rock side to side here. I actually don't really like using the hands. I find that I don't feel as much. So I'm going to rock side to side. Only if it feels good. Only if you like it. And we're breathing. And then with the exhale, I'm gently going to place both feet back down. Do a little windshield wiper. And then we'll go back to the other side. So feet down, knees bent, outside of the left ankle, rests on top of that right thigh. Foot gently flexed, knee pressing forward. So again, I'm looking for sensation in the outside of the left hip this time. And I'm breathing, feeling it out. And maybe this feels like enough. Maybe I just want to hang out here, and that is 100% fine. If you're like, well, I kind of want to feel what it would feel like if I tried a variation, then maybe try it out and decide what you like. You're not perfectly symmetrical, so what feels good on one side may not feel good on the other, and it's okay if it's a little bit different, okay? So staying here, or you can pull in. Staying here, you can interlace and make your little hammock, or use a strap here. I don't really want to use my hands right now. I want to go no hands. So if you want to rock side to side, you can even rock side to side down here if it feels good. You don't have to rock side to side. That's just kind of something I like to do. I normally find I can't talk. I'll normally find a little pocket of tension, and then I can just kind of sit there and breathe. And so we're breathing. And then when you're ready, you can gently start to release with your exhale. Again, do a little windshield wiper. You might hear your hip pop a little bit, and that's normal. And then we're going to pause here. We're going to come back to our bridge poses that we did at the beginning of our practice. This time, we're going to take our first bridge pose will just be a little rolly bridge. The second bridge pose will hold. The third bridge pose will hold a little longer. So remember, if you've got a block, a blanket, a pillow, anything like that at home, and you want to use it for supported bridge and just hang out in supported bridge, go for it. I like that idea. I'm going to show you these options just in case you like them. So arms down by the sides, and your feet are on your floor, your mat, or whatever. Your feet about the width of your hips, right? It doesn't have to be perfect, but about the width of the hips, and you want to be sure here that your toes turn forward. Oftentimes we try to grip and turn our toes out, and that sometimes places a little too much unnecessary stress on the glutes and the lower back. And so arms are going to come down by the sides. First, we're just going to roll up, deep breath in. Lift the heels, exhale, little roll down, and then pause. The next one, we're going to take the same, but hold for 3 breaths. So we're going to press down, inhale, lift, and hold for 3 breaths. Really trying to relax the glutes here. Knees in line with the hips. So I like to imagine that I'm only pressing into my feet. I'm not using my butt really to squeeze a whole lot here. And breathing. Take one more breath. And then with your next inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, roll down. We'll do one more. If you want to rest and just kind of hang out, that's fine too. The next one we'll hold for 5 breaths. And I'm going to do a little variation here. So if you like to interlace your fingers underneath you or kind of Bring your hands underneath you. There's a way I like to kind of hook my wrists underneath, and I know I mentioned in another video that it feels like magical. To me, it does. I love this variation. It's my favorite. So you can do it if you want to. You don't have to. So I'm going to press down, inhale, lift up, and then it's like I'm going to hook the thumbs and wrists underneath my like pelvis or hips, right? So I've created support for myself. So I'm resting in the little shelf of my hands, right? I can breathe here for 5 breaths. If 5 is too much and you want to come out, go for it. 5 is too little, you want to stay there longer, go for it. Breathe. And then when you're ready to come out, you can release whatever you had. I'm going to press down, inhale, lift, release my hands, lift my heels, exhale, and gently roll down. And then we're going to pause here. So I know it feels good to immediately pull your knees into your chest, but I like to just neutralize after opening so that we're not going to feel any sensitivity later on in the day or later on, this week or whatever. So maybe do a little windshield wiper side to side, take a couple of breaths. And then once your back has finally kind of relaxed, then go ahead and pull the knees into the chest. I found pretty early on in my practice when I was younger, I liked to do these really deep back bends and then immediately pull the knees in, and I would feel back pain later on in the day. And I found that bending one way and then bending the opposite way immediately was not great for my back. So I learned to neutralize and then round. So you may want to think about that if you have a personal practice at home and you like to do those deep back bends. All right, so from here, go ahead and we're going to take a twist here. So we're going to take both knees. I'm going to scoot both knees over to the right. Open up the left arm. Breathe here. You can always straighten the top leg or both legs here if you like to. And breathe. You can hear my cat meowing outside the door. And breathing. And then inhaling back to center. Exhale, drop both knees over to the left. Open up the right arm. Breathe here. Good, take deep breaths. And then inhale back to center. And with your exhale, go ahead and prepare yourself for Shavasana. So however you like to take your Shavasana, maybe reclined on your side, on your abdomen, maybe over to the wall space, any of those things. Go ahead and get comfortable. I'm going to sit so I can talk you through some relaxation here. And so you want to be as comfortable as you can be. So if that means that you place maybe something underneath your head and neck or something underneath your knees, or maybe you are watching this on your phone, you grab your phone, you go maybe lay on the couch or lay in your bed or any of those things, that's fine. You want to be comfortable and you want to be able to be comfortable so that you can not think about, oh, my back hurts or oh, my knee feels weird or any of those things, and you can instead begin to kind of drop into your relaxation. And so now taking a deep breath in and exhale. Maybe close the eyes, deep breath in, complete exhale. Relax the jaw and the shoulders, deep breath in, full exhale. And as you settle into your Shavasana, into your stillness, allowing yourself to complete your practice with our final pose, our Shavasana. Reminding yourself that this final pose is what brings it all together. This is the pose that brings it all back to the beginning. So that when you come out of your last pose, your Shavasana, you are being reborn. And with this idea of being born again, reminding yourself that every time you take a deep breath in, it is a new opportunity. And every exhale is a chance to let something go. And so continuing your breath, allowing yourself to practice being mindful, to pay attention, and to know that sometimes we need a little bit of joy, a little bit of laughter. We need to feel a little silly, especially when things feel so serious all the time. Giving yourself that break. And while we remember that being mindful and practicing our meditation is so important, sometimes when we are experiencing trauma, like we all are, sometimes it feels good to not have to do those things and to just be able to sit back and enjoy. Sometimes our minds are working so hard. It's almost like a broken record. You keep thinking and repeating the same things. And so it's okay to take a break. And whatever that may mean to you, however that break looks for you. It may be just sitting outside quietly for a couple of minutes. It may be watching a funny YouTube video. It may be calling a friend. Any of those things. Maybe trying a new recipe or baking something delicious. And so now wherever you are, start to take another very deep breath in. Complete exhale. Deep breath in. Complete exhale. And gently starting to wiggle your fingers and your toes, rotating wrists and ankles. With the next breath in, reach the arms up long overhead, stretching out like you're waking up from a nap. And with the exhale, relax the arms, bend the knees, maybe pull them all the way in, maybe not. Maybe rock side to side, maybe not. With your next breath, roll all the way onto your right side. Pause there, let your head rest on your right arm. And then as you're ready, use your hands to help you gently press up to seated. And you can keep the eyes closed if you're comfortable doing that. You can soften the gaze if you like to. You can keep them open. Up to you. Bringing the hands together at the heart in prayer, relaxing the shoulders down the back. Closing our practice with 3 breaths together. So we take a deep breath in through the nose. Turn our heads to look over the left shoulder and exhale, signifying that we release the past. Inhaling back to center, turning the head over the right shoulder and exhaling, signifying that we release worrying about the future. Inhaling back at center, exhaling at center, reminding ourselves that we can only breathe in the present moment. We cannot breathe in the future. We cannot breathe in the past. And to remind ourselves that when we feel like we are stuck in the past, in a memory, an event, a situation, or when we are worrying about the future, what might happen, what could happen, that every time we take a deep breath, we remind ourselves that we are in the present moment. And the only thing that we can control in the present moment are our thoughts, our words, our actions, our behaviors, our reactions. And to allow ourselves to drop back into the present moment, releasing ourselves from doubts in the future, from fear or anxiety in the past. And we close our practice saying together and to each other, the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you guys. I hope that you enjoyed that today. We'll be taking a little break from videos this weekend, and then we'll get some more videos out to you next week. So kind of stay tuned on our Facebook page. And again, if you have a request or you want to see something or something integrated into a flow, or you want a specific style, maybe you want more restorative, or maybe you want a little bit of yoga nidra, maybe we could do that next week. That could be fun. Just let me know, send me a message or send me a text, and we'll get that done for you, okay? So just want to remind you that even though we're not together at the studio, even though that we're not together in our daily lives, we are still connected, and love yoga wherever it may be, either in my house or somebody else's house, or even at the studio, wherever we're coming from, that we are here for you guys, that we are here to support the community and give you what you need when you need it, okay? So please know that we're here for you, we're thinking of you, praying for you, and stay healthy and enjoy this day. Oh, it looks kind of cloudy now. Maybe enjoy taking a nap on the couch. I don't know. Bye guys, thank you.